We are back once again. Sorry I had to cut and run. I was taking a very important phone call, and we are once again back at Raleigh-Durham International, and I'm just admiring the detail here at the terminal. That's where the airplane is, and that's the terminal inside. Don't know how close this is to the actual depiction of the terminal itself, but it's pretty nice. So I'll take this gladly. Okay, so last time we checked, we were talking about getting out of here. So we are again taking the Bexco 3 departure out of Raleigh-Durham International to the Cedar Lake 9 arrival for Philadelphia. And I'm probably going to taxi all the way up Bravo to Bravo 9 for runway 23 because the winds were favoring kind of like west-southwest departure. And then I will vector myself around to aim high and probably to Bexco. So that's where we stand right now. Let me go ahead and get the airport diagram set. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, it'll most likely be Bravo to Bravo 9. So we should be set to go. And okay, looks like we have some traffic at Charlotte, but we are at Raleigh-Durham. So Kilo Romeo Delta Uniform traffic, American 117 IFR to Kilo Papa Hotel Lima, taxi runway 23 right via Bravo. Okay, so we're set to go. We previously disconnected everything. Just double check. Nope, not you. We previously disconnected everything. So the utility screen basically reads disconnected ground power. We should have APU on. And we have all the things. So let's close the window. Let's go ahead and begin taxi. And get the engines spooled up. So start engine 2. Let's start engine 1. And engine 1 is on. To stop. Parking brake is on. Flaps are set to go. And pretty much good to go. And again, anybody that doesn't know, we are probably using a standard 737 cockpit inside of this 787 because the 787 doesn't have the overhead windows like the others do. So, okay, we should be set to go. Let's go ahead and start a taxi. This thing really doesn't need that much in the way of juice, so we should be able to get going fairly quickly. Catching the stream right now live or watching on the replay, thanks very much for joining. This is DigiDriver and you are joining us on a flight from Raleigh-Durham to Philadelphia in the Boeing 787-900 series with American Airlines livery from Tenku Developer Studio. We are, at this point, I believe, taxiing Bravo to the runway 23 right. Taxi, I'm going to go ahead and fire the weather engine up. Alright, so KRDU, KPHL, connect. Going real fast. Let's go ahead and cut that. We should get a connection pause shortly. There we go, there's the pause. That's interesting. Looks like the wind's changed. Let me double check. Weather. Not sure if I'm getting a bad weather read, but it's still 280 at 10, gusting 19 down here. Looks like somebody's landing 23 left, so I'm going to go ahead and let them know. Then again, that's fairly obvious. But I will keep my eyes peeled if he means 23 right instead of 23 left. Again, flaps set. Should be ready to go at this point, but make one final double check. And I think we're good for trim. Go ahead and stop. Butchered the part before takeoff, but let's go ahead and peek. Actually, we're not that bad for the line. Yep, nobody going this way, nobody going that way, and looks like Honeywell is going to be landing to the left, like they said. So we should be okay. One last look at the airport because we'll be flying up to SunSkyJet Philadelphia. This is LatinVFR's Raleigh-Durham scenery. Yep, and bye-bye. There we go. I don't think anything getting heads on just yet. Probably don't. Let's go ahead and turn off APU gen though, because we are definitely under power. And let's get started. Raleigh traffic, American 117 departing 23 right. Runway lights on. out of here. And I'll set up for moving map display to get out of Raleigh. We'll vector for the 225 radial, sorry, the 045 radial out of Raleigh-Durham. That should line me up with AIM High in Mexico. So, here we go. We're all set. Let's get on the road. Engine stable. And tow good. Airspeed's alive. Knots. Okay, V1 rotate. Positive climb, gear up. Let's get set for the climb. Keep present heading and maintain airspeed. And flaps up. Let's start to turn 2, heading 045 now. Yeah, that wasn't intended. I guess I must hit the click spot. Probably gave myself a bit of windburn on exit, but like I said, that's the worst thing that happens on this flight. We'll be fine. So we will head 090 to get back on the radial. Definitely leaving Raleigh. Not that far away from 7,000. Out to 090. Let's roll out to 045. Ah, okay. For a moment I thought I had a near miss with somebody, but it was another pilot talking to somebody else on the way out. Okay, we'll stay 7,000 until we get to aim high, then we'll finish the rest of our climb out. What was the... Okay, there we go. Okay, we're pretty well established. Let's go ahead and get set to go direct. Mexico is on the same line as aim high, so we should be okay. Let me double check my radar, guys. Hold on. Okay, looks like it took place outside of Charlotte. Okay, right now we got Southwest at flight level 350 and another Southwest at 350, but they're like maybe some good 50 some odd nautical miles outside to my left. Give me a moment, guys. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back, and let's see, where are we? Last time I checked, we were going direct Mexico. We still are. Let's get back on the localizer. And I missed nothing. Okay, obviously not something I do in the real world, but hey. Okay, so right now we are a good 20 nautical miles out from Mexico. I'll just go ahead and take a load off and go direct Lawrenceville. It's on the same radio. Execute. I'm pretty much almost at aim high as it is, so let's go ahead and continue the ascent to flight level 350. .600 feet per minute should do the trick. And after Lawrenceville, we're going to go direct to Hopewell. On the... what jetway is that? Oh, pretty close to the J55 jetway. Or the J55 Vector way. Vector Airway? Vector Airway. Because the Victor Airways, I think, are the lower ones. Okay, and absolutely blasting off. Let's go ahead and reduce the climb rate just a little bit. The big guys, I'll be right back. guys, I'm back again. Okay, we're at that point. Let's go ahead and go direct to Hopewell. Climbing really quick for flight level 350. Probably right on the edge of the passenger comfort envelope, but hopefully that takes care of the airspeed issue for now. Let's go ahead and cap it at 480 until we get to like flight level 310 or like 330, or just keep it right at 490 for the nuts. Okay, and anybody watching live or on the replay, thanks again for coming along. This is DigiDriver on a flight from Raleigh-Durham to Philadelphia in the Boeing 787-900 from Tenku Developer Studio. We took off from LatinVFR's Raleigh-Durham scenery, and we're going to be landing at SunSkyJet Philadelphia Kilo Papa Hotel Lima. So we are already way on our way. Looks like, for whatever reason, the moving map software on my computer is having difficulty, so I'm just going to go ahead and check the moving map on my desktop right now, see where we stand. Okay, there we are. So we're pretty much parallel to the J55 vector airway. After we get to Hopewell, we're going to get to Snow Hill.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign, indicating that it is safe to move about the cabin. For your own safety, though, we request that you keep your seatbelt fastened when you're in your seat during this short flight. We'll start our in-flight beverage service shortly.
That alert was about 10,000 feet late, but that's okay. Okay, so we're flight level 300 at this point. I think we're going to make 350. I don't know that for a fact, but whatever we do, it'll probably be short-lived, because we're pretty much going to go directly to the arrival for Philadelphia International. But whatever the case may be, we're going. Thanks again for coming alongside. We are probably over the Chesapeake. We're going to get close to it. Let's see. Yeah, we're pretty close. We're pretty close. That's what? Newport Beach. But we're going to be flying past Richmond in a few. Oh man, I underestimated the climb ability of this airplane. We're going to get to 350, no problem. We may not hit 500 knots for cruise, but it's not going to matter. Let's reduce climb rate to 1,600 feet per minute so that we retain some speed. at Snow Hill shortly. And just like that, we are at flight level 350. That's probably about 20 minutes, 25 minutes of flight time in. And we're up there already. Pretty neat, actually. So the arrival into Philadelphia is going to be, I think, pretty quick. Yeah, I think so. So let me double check the Cedar Lake 9 arrival. Got plenty of time to do that. Yeah, Cedar Lake begins from the southwest at Snow Hill, then Rads, then Sea Isle, and then Cedar Lake. We need to be at 8,000 when we get to Cedar Lake to be able to vector down to the runway comfortably. So I might actually start descending 30 nautical miles out from Snow Hill to make sure we get down there in time. It looks like I have even a little bit more wiggle room with my engines, but I'm not going to push past 500 knots. It's not going to be worth it. I mean, already 75 nautical miles from Snow Hill, so we might as well just keep at the pace that we're at right now. So thanks again for coming alongside. Take a look at the outside. So we're pretty much crossing the Chesapeake right now, as I wait for textures to load. That's I-64 down there? I think so. Alright. We are 65 nautical miles out, and oh yeah, that conversation I was supposed to have. Well, there are more than a few sites that are doing end-of-year sales for flight simulation products, and the past like month and a half or so, I've purchased a few Orbx sceneries like San Diego, Palm Springs, Eagle County. I have Telluride and I have Jackson Hole, but I don't have too many East Coast sceneries, and I was debating whether or not I wanted to buy flight beams, Dulles International Airport, Kilo, India Alpha, Delta, or if I wanted to actually purchase a payware aircraft, which would probably be the Embraer 170, 175 series. There is a manufacturer that actually makes them in several liveries, and it's like really cheap. It's like 50% off for like $8 for like even a decent plane will make me smile. So I'm not paying. I don't have the money to pay for like study level airplanes right now, and nobody, as far as I know, no one actually makes a study level Embraer. I mean, KRDU certainly makes the business jets or the like the commuter planes with greater visual detail, but I think we're still dealing with system simulations in eye candy. I don't know if they're strict or study level, although I am very pleased with the Premiere and the Phantom 100 that I purchased from KRDU a while back. So bless you. Mrs. Digidriver says hello, and she has just sneezed. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic Christmas. Otherwise, man, I really hope you do have a Merry Christmas and that you get to spend time with really great people and you guys are taken care of. And it looks like folks are going into JFK right now and Charlotte. I think there was a Gateway to Winter FNO that took place on VATSIM either this week or last week. I know that some of the YouTubers like Chewy were doing a stream for another Santa, North Pole event. I think that was a little while ago. So, yeah, I think I can probably start my descent down to Snow Hill as soon as I clear these restricted areas. That would probably be the wisest thing to do, just to make sure I get down in time. We go from Snow Hill to Rads. Do we have Rads direct? Yes, we do. Good. We're almost through the restricted airspace. And let's go ahead and switch over nav radios. And 27 right takes a course of 268. I have a feeling the landing's going to be interesting because of winds and wind gusts. Okay, and winds aloft right now are 275 at 64 knots. Which is weird. Ground speed's actually reading 559 knots and we're going opposite the wind. Well, whatever. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and step down to flight level 180. Get the airspeed back. Descent down. Alright, so hopefully we should be able to get down there in time. I'm going to start switching over to RADs shortly, and I might as well just announce that we're on the arrival now. So, Philadelphia traffic, American 117 inbound, Cedar Lake 9 arrival, for runway 27 right, direct RADs. Okay, let's go direct RADs now. Okay, so we're direct RADs. Okay. Okay, so we're not in a bad way. Rads is just off of Delaware or in Delaware, so Sea Isle is next, and then when we get to Sea Isle, we will turn and vector to Cedar Lake. We're still pretty good. Again, to anybody watching on the stream or watching on the replay, thanks for coming along. This is DigiDriver, and you are watching a flight from Raleigh-Durham International to Philadelphia in the Boeing 787-900 series from Tenku Developer Studio. I am flying the radial from Hopewell. Actually, I just finished flying the radial from Hopewell into the Cedar Lake non-arrival, and we are going from Snow Hill direct to Rads. Seven nautical miles to go to get to Rads. I think we're in a really good place to descend. I could probably descend a little bit more slowly. Will most likely be 180 by the time we hit Sea Isle, but I don't want to be at 180 at Sea Isle. I want to probably be at 120, so let's go ahead and set that now. And of course, you know, this is not a study level approach at all. I fly simulators as a hobby. I'd like to become a private pilot someday, but that's a while away. That's a lot of money away. So in the meantime, I'm just, I guess you could say, emulating what approach and procedure should be. And it's also handicapped by the PC that I'm currently using. Even if I was only stuck with the processor that I had, if I had the chance to get a good GPU, I'd probably be able to load more texture memory and be able to do more things with it, so I'm not concerned. My Surface Pro 3 is giving me plenty of power to get the job done. I just need more texture memory. That is the one thing that it does not do well. 18 nautical miles out from Rads. We're going to go Sea Isle next once we get down there. As far as I know, I think that's still straight up the coast anyway, so I think we should be okay. Indicated airspeed is like 255 knots. It's looking pretty cloudy. Haven't done too many gusty crosswind landings. The last one into Raleigh-Durham did not work out. It was a combination of me just not paying attention to minimums and approach. So let's make sure we don't make the same mistake again. Actually, that wasn't a mistake. That was just me being stupid. Okay, so ILS for 27 right. I think the final approach fix is Gelto at 2,100, and I think I can take this all the way down to my minimums, which would be 200 feet. Okay, give me a moment. We'll go direct Sea Isle next. Not that one. That one. Okay, great. So if I make this, if the final approach fix is 2,100 for 27 right, then again, yeah. If I go missed, I'll climb to 1,500 and then make a right turn to the Modena radial at 115. Actually, that does make sense. That's okay. That's the 115 radial from the Modena VOR. So I'll be going 295 to that radial and then holding at Modena, flying 054 and 234 respectively. But this time I will do my best. Quadriplegic Gamer, thank you very much for the encouragement. Really appreciate that. I haven't done that many stormy approaches into airports, so hey, get some practice in. That's what I'm telling myself right now. Appreciate the comment. Really appreciate the encouragement. I like the flight simulator community, man. Alright, let's go ahead and warm the crew.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. In preparation for landing, please make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in the upright and fully locked position. We'll be making a final pass through the cabin to pick up any service items, and we'll be on the ground shortly.
Quadriplegic Gamer, I would say, I'm just trying to enjoy playing Flight Simulator right now, and I am trying to raise my game. I see folks like Chewy94 and other people, other famous Flight Sim YouTube streamers, and I'm like, man, I wish I could do what they do so well. And I'm running on like a Surface Pro 3 that has, absolutely abysmal texture memory. But it works, and I mean, I've been trying to craft a better simulation experience so that I can enjoy playing the game, and I want to enjoy it, and I want other people to enjoy it too. So, like, if you have a computer that has like a really old graphics card but still manages to load stuff, don't be sad that you can't have a full-on like simulator experience. Like, I've seen a YouTube streamer that actually, a Twitch streamer that has a full motion simulator that he uses to fly, like, pretend Boeing 737 flights, and I mean, that's amazing. But, like, some of us won't be there for a little while, and some of us won't be there at all. So I want to enjoy the time that I have, with a simulator. And, hey, listen, I played Flight Simulator 98 a little while ago, and I'm amazed by how far we've come with graphics and simulations. There was a time when there was no default ATC. There was a time when there was barely any multiplayer at all. And people really had to figure out how to make that happen. We're in a much better place, and a much better place to be able to flight sim with people. It's a great time. It's a really great time to be a flight sim enthusiast, especially with more and more titles coming out. I'm using Flight Simulator X Steam Edition, and this thing's like 12 years old. They have X-Planes, like version 11 now. You have Aerofly FS2. There's probably even more. There's Flight Gear, which is an open source simulator platform. It's great. I mean, I haven't tried it myself, but to be able to have a totally free platform that you can use to train, and I think it has some pretty good physics approximations too. So you don't have to play X-Plane if you want, realistic approaches and stuff like that. Although, I could probably open up a whole can of worms on debating or nitpicking individual differences between what one sim does better than the other. I just like the fact that there are so many simulators that are out there, and that the flight simulator community in general is very tight, and we enjoy the experience together. like vectors to final deal. I did that once upon a time years ago when I did only like default FSX flights. Alright, and we are descending. I'm going to go ahead and feed in flaps 1, even though I'm probably going to have to answer the maintenance techs that have to do maintenance on the flaps now, because I opened them probably way too fast. But once again, I am busting speed limits coming down through 10,000 feet. Don't do as I do, kiddos. But indicated airspeed is like 279, so it's okay, we'll deal. We're getting down there, so let's go ahead and turn lights on. Let me see if I can't go direct Martin once I get to Cedar Lake. Nope, can't. So I'll need to pay close attention to the guidance system once I get down to okay, so if I go pretty much due north from Cedar Lake, I should be able to get to Martin. Okay, so there we go. Let's feed in some flaps, get the nose pointed back down. Okay, looking all right. So we'll stay going this heading, and then once we cross Cedar Lake, I can probably switch to heading mode and just probably go 005 or 010, just to make sure that I line up. Martin is at 3,000 feet though, so we are going to begin descent once we cross the Cedar Lake VOR. Again, to everybody watching right now live or watching on the replay, this is DigiDriver. Thanks for coming along. You are watching the Cedar Lake 9 arrival portion of my flight from Raleigh-Durham to Philadelphia. And we're flying through some pretty thick clouds right now. Matter of fact, let me double check weather, see if the winds are doing anything different. Okay, Philadelphia weather. Okay, 1954 Zulu, it's 300 at 20, gusting 28. Ooh, this is going to kind of be like the Singapore mission all over again. Alright. Okay, almost. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and line up, go a bit further out and go 010 just to make sure I get to a good place to turn into Martin and Jalto for the 27 right approach. So to be honest, since we're 10 nautical miles out, I'm just going to set the heading bug right now. Pardon the lag. The lag is kind of man-made because of FSXWX, I guess, getting updated data as we fly into wherever we're going. runway shortly. Okay, so I think we're at flaps 10 right now. I don't want to go to flaps 15 until we actually get down to about 3,000 feet, and it looks like we're already dealing with some wind gusts. So this landing is going to be interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So about an hour of stream time so far, probably about 40 minutes of flight time, which means I think we took off sometime around maybe 3:10, 3:05 from Raleigh. Let me double check and see what radar looks like above me. Okay. It's pretty bare. Indicated airspeed's 235. Let's get down to 240. Finish getting down to 3,000 feet. Okay, we're crossing over right now. And I'm going to go ahead and set and just indicate Philadelphia traffic, American 117, turning heading 115 for 27 right ILS. Actually, correction. Heading 015 for American 117. Okay. That may annoy a few people for me being chatty, but I'd rather be chatty than be all over the place. Okay, there we go. Actually, we're doing pretty good. Right on the plan that I was shooting for, although I may want to vector a little bit more out of the way. Okay, so last time I flew into Raleigh-Durham, I crashed, and there were a few reasons why. I'm not going to blame my tools at all. I actually did not use them, and I could have saved myself a lot of aggravation. I was chasing the localizer and the glide slope. I didn't manage my speed well, and I didn't take advantage of the fact that I had the GPS display to just visually line myself up to get a chance to actually chill out some more. Now that we are at 3,000, I'm going to go ahead and set flaps 15 and lower the landing gear. And we'll go ahead and arm the spoilers at this time. So we're pretty close, actually. Getting boxed around quite a bit. So let's go ahead and set flaps. Check. Should I set flaps 25? I don't know. I'm already figuring out how to point the nose down, so let's drop another 10 knots and see what happens. Okay, let's double check the map. Okay, so we're skirting New York airspace right now. We are still in Washington Center, and we are at, I believe we're still at 015. Okay, yeah, so 015, got the nose pointed down, holding roughly 3,000 feet, and we are not that far out from Martin. So since we're on heading bug mode, let's switch the GPS. We got the localizer and the glide slope already. Okay, so we're almost there. Wow, it is pea soup out there. Good gravy. So I think that's Philadelphia. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so it's actually not that bad out there. It's just that, again, no texture memory means things are not going to pop up immediately. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and just use ILS references on the GPS. So let's go ahead and go 350. And since there's pretty much nobody around me, I'm not going to litter Unicom with excess messages. Speaking of which, okay, so yeah, again, there's literally nobody around me for like a good 50 to 60 nautical miles in any direction. I think there's like 2 other people coming into Philadelphia and they're nowhere near here. Okay, now we can begin the final. So, American 117 is turning 268 for final. Okay, correction, 258. We captured the localizer. We still have plenty of time to do that because we are pretty far out. Let's see, how far out are we? Okay. Not bad, actually. Is that an ILS for the short runway? I can't tell. I think it is. Okay, that's why. Okay. Laps 25. That's a weird attitude for descent. Alright. there we go. Only announcement I'm going to make. There are full flaps. Ooh, no texture memory. I'll nail the landing, but it'll look pretty ugly doing it. Okay. Pretty much on glide slope. Just gotta get lined up. Going visual. Laps full. Speed and some power. Okay, now that's the short. That's the taxiway.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
I see.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Wow. Cross winds. Yeah, bad frame rates work to my advantage, and I think...
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
We're down. Supremely ugly landing. Just realized my reversers didn't kick in because my throttle wasn't idle. We exit. Terrible landing, but we save face. Oh man, that was absolutely terrible. Airbus A330 Neo, thanks for the follow. Thank you very much. We're actually on the ground and off the runway. Nicely, somewhat. Okay. KPHL traffic. American 117. Ugly landing. Vacated. Runway 27 right. Taxi to gate. Okay, so I do have Rex 4, which I think what you mean is Rex Texture Direct 4 with soft clouds, and I have Orbx North America. Just that my computer, for some reason, was absolutely choking on the just not dealing well with it. Quadriplegic, thanks. I'm not sure if auto throttle will actually cut your throttle for you when you land. I was under the impression that it did, but I mean, I landed long and I pretty much went full length So either the simulator emulated slick runway really well, or basically there was a problem with me not having my instrument set up. That was a supremely jacked up landing. And again, Airbus A330neo, really appreciate the follow. Welcome aboard. We have just landed at SunSkyJet Philadelphia scenery. And let me see. Can I get myself set up properly? Let's go ahead and turn the flight director off. Can I? Using a touchscreen controller, it wasn't quite working. Disable auto throttle. Okay. So we're on the ground. And airport. Okay, so actually we can turn in here. So let's do that. Okay. Now what's next? Let's turn in to this is pretty good right here. I will try next time to have an arrival gate selected so that I taxi direct to the gate, but I was shooting for Bravo or Charlie Concourse anyway, so I think that's going to be fine. And okay, let's go ahead and stop. Okay. Parking brakes on. APU on the bus. Actually, that's kind of bang on. Nice. And we're down. Alright, so cut the power. Pitot heat off. Taxi lights off. And let's go ahead and get this thing unloaded. I wonder if... Oh, never mind. Another flub up on my part. So, let's get ground power connected. Let's get... cargo loaders. Chocks in place. And there we go. Get nav lights off, landing lights off, cabin lights on, and logo. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in. Welcome to Philadelphia International Airport. This is SunSkyJet scenery. I am parked and looking at Philadelphia in the background. That was a pretty interesting flight. I'm glad you guys came along. I will try to post these flights maybe like 3 to 4 times a week, trying to get good at streaming, and I might actually buy a regional plane and experiment with flying the Embraers, which I kind of like the idea of it more now. I've had a fairly good run with the 787 This thing's a beautiful plane. It gets me exactly where I need to go, although it does require quite a bit of management to get there. In the meantime, folks, this is DigiDriver saying thanks for coming along. Be careful on your drive home from the airport. And if you're connecting anywhere else, we wish you safe travels. Take care. Enjoy. Have a great day. Thanks for coming along. And Merry Christmas. God bless you. Bye-bye.